Hey everybody, Preston here, also known as Godzilla Hawk, and with me I have...
Captain Asshole, suck it.
Yep, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about TNA. I guess you can kind of consider this a little TNA review. We just watched TNA. First of all, I believe we missed the Monsters Ball match with Bram versus Abyss, but don't...
Your fault.
I'm not going to lie, I should have been there a little bit earlier, but your phone wasn't working, and plus there's a lot of, douchebags in your area driving, so...
I still blame you.
Blame society. But anyways, like, we were able to make it throughout most of the show. Even though we missed one match, we still have it recorded so we can still watch it. We end up live streaming this. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about what we remembered from this. So I think we'll start with the first match, I believe, that we came to see. I think that was the Bromance and DJ Z, also known as Zema Ion, versus Mr. Anderson, Samuel Shaw, and Gunner.
One word for you: predictable. You cannot beat Pink.
Yes. This match wasn't that good. It was just there to kind of build up the Samuel Shaw type thing. I don't know what they're gonna do with this. I can see them doing the whole Bully Ray angle, what they did with Aces and Eights, how Bully Ray was the good guy helping to stop Aces and Eights, and out of nowhere he was the heel and the leader. I can see him doing something like that with Samuel Shaw, how he gains Anderson's trust and then backstabs him immediately by attacking Gunner or something. They have their feud. And like at Bound for Glory or something. I don't know, I'm just speculating. But
it's a dead speculation, honestly. We don't know where it's going, but it's not that interesting. That's the problem. It isn't, right?
I like the Anderson and Samuel Shaw feud. I thought that feud was great.
But it was done. So now it's just like you're using it as filler.
Well, I mean, at least it's not just something random. At least it kind of makes sense because Samuel Shaw and Anderson had history, but Gunner is a little...
We made history, and we're continuing on with that history. The problem is that it's not too long ago. So it's not technically history, it was like last week type thing. And we're just like, no.
Well, we'll just see how this goes, but for now, it's just not really... It's a
meh, and it's predictable. But it's not disappointing. I'm going to give them that.
Yeah. So
moving on. Yeah. Next match. Do it now.
Yes, I believe the next match, if memory serves me correct, I believe was the Hardcore Wars match. I believe, if memory serves me, yes, I believe that was it.
What, did you get hit in the head with a chair harder than what's his name, EC3? No.
Whoa! I can't do this theme. Not bad.
Don't be a lemon.
Better, but wrong company.
He certainly likes his suckers. We're on live television. Congratulations, son. You are now gay.
Gay!
He's not just gay, he's gay!
In all seriousness, though, but this match was actually not that bad. I kind of wish they did a little bit more hardcore rules to it. Like, I wish it kind of, used a little bit more weapons. But for what it wasn't that bad. I've seen way worse, these type of matches before. I've seen way worse, but it was definitely interesting, and it actually had a mystery partner. That was the one thing I was concerned about, was what are they going to do for a mystery partner? What are they going to do for a fourth member? I was speculating to Jerry, because I know he's coming to TNA soon. I heard speculating. He was actually gave me this idea. Sabu, I was like, he could rewrite.
Sabu made more sense, honestly. We did end up getting Al Snow. Now, obviously, somebody knows where to find the information quick, because everybody in the arena had a head. Everybody was head. They had their heads with them. And I'm sitting there going, who the f did you talk to? Because I obviously don't know nothing. But, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that at the last minute, whoever they were picking, like if it was Sabu or whatnot, did not make it. So they filled it with Al Snow. That's just my speculation. He believes otherwise. I honestly, the matches I've seen Al Snow in, he's been a pusher, a jobber, and nothing else. I've never seen him actually win a match. That means win. Never seen the win for Al Snow. However, I don't want to see your books.
No. Yeah. We'll just...
I've never seen him win a match since I've been watching. And, yeah, I dropped out a while ago, so we're just going to leave it at this. I don't think he was the original choice for their team.
Here we go. These are all the title histories of Al Snow in WWE. We got a World Tag Team Champion, European Champion, and Hardcore Champion.
Congratulations, he held 3 mid-titles. How many times?
It doesn't say. Oh, that's just the names.
Probably once each. Gotcha.
No. He's probably held them more. I have to check again.
Here's what I'm saying. Is that a hardcore championship, anybody can win it because guess what? All you gotta do is bludgeon someone to death with a weapon and it's okay. Okay? Tag team champions, again, I've never seen him with the belt, but I don't know who was his tag team for it.
It just says in the book. I don't know.
Okay, so there we go. You got another mystery. Probably the other guy won. He's probably the one that didn't have a finisher. And then you got the European champion. Obviously he's won, but probably not while I was watching WWE. So that leaves me with my obvious, blatant intuition saying, hey, I've never seen him actually win a match. I haven't seen him win a match. So, I don't think he was the original pick, number 1. Number 2, it was a good match. It was entertaining, but I do have a word that sneaks in from time to time, and that would be the word botch. It has been there were quite a few botches in this one, and they were noticeable ones. However, I think it was awesome. I think EC3 is actually doing a pretty good job. He's going to be a very big player in this company very soon. Not in the future, soon. I'm glad that Dixie Carter and Bully Ray feud is officially over. I think it ended on a good note. That was another botch. I saw her head miss the table. She bounced head first onto the mat. I hope she hadn't died. How about you? Do you have anything to say about this match?
Well, I pretty much said what I needed to say. Like, there was a little bit of blood. I expected a little bit of blood in this match.
He's sitting, blood! You vampire hippie!
Like I said, there were some decent spots in this. It was pretty much what you expect, except I kind of wish we were more like hardcore type wrestling, a lot more weapons. But for what it was not that bad. Personally, I would love to wait until they had this at Hardcore Justice, and this match could be a half hour. I think that would have been way more suitable.
I feel it would have been a lot better if the other 3 members of Bully Ray's team had brought as much energy out into the ring when they first came out as he did. It would have been a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, have it like a Hardcore Justice, and like I said, like Al Snow, like I'm not gonna lie, I didn't predict it, but at the same time it makes sense because they were back in ECW, they were friends and allies.
Who are your 3 picks again?
But my main 3 picks was number 1 was Spike Dudley, 2 was Tajiri, and the 3 was Sabu because of
I thought number 3 was replaced with Christian because you thought he might have asked for time off.
No. That I was just speculating.
Don't look at me. I was sitting there going, hoping it's Goldberg.
I was just
I'd like to see Goldberg come back to TNA. I was hoping Sabu because Sabu made his dance. Sabu.
Anyways.
Hey. Sabu. It's okay. And I don't remember what the 3rd one is because it's too fun messing with him. So, honestly... that's right, Mankind. I thought Mick Foley would be number 3. I think Mick Foley would have been a better pick, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually who they had originally had expected to be there. I honestly would not have been surprised about it. And if something had happened that kept him from coming in, and they were like, "Hey, I got an idea. Let's give Al Snow his ring attire again." I don't know. Right. Or maybe they did pick him. I honestly don't know, but honestly, I have this feeling that Al Snow was not their original pick. And having found out ahead of time that this other person was not coming, they were like, hey, let's sell some heads. Moving on.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and talk about this portion very quickly because it has to do with next week. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Dude, the Knockouts Championship.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Honestly, I like it. For the first time ever, Captain Asshole is actually looking forward to seeing that match.
I love that part. I love the way you say that because I remember this clearly. I can react to this. Knockouts come out. Well, time for a piss break. I love that. And then
I was thinking it was going to be a one-on-one match. I was thinking it was going to be a match. I didn't know they were going to be like, oh, hey, we're not going to have a match. We're just going to set up to where there's going to be a match next week. A four-way Divas competition. And those are always awesome when it's more than two people. I don't like the outside interference for Divas matches. I actually want to see them try and do something.
And the fact that Phil Sky is in the match.
Exactly. You get to see if she's going to be the cute little puppy dog on what's her name's lap, or if she's going to turn around and kick her in the ass. It's going to be good. For the first time.
It'll be definitely very interesting. And this is why I liked about this, the knockouts, because
New feud. The beautiful people can turn on each other and do feud.
It'll be beautiful people all over again like they did years ago. Except this time it'll be Velvet Sky turning babyface instead of Angelina Love turning babyface. But I will say this right now, like I said, I like these type of matches because this is what WWE needs to do. They need to have more like fatal four-ways, ladder matches, like street fights and stuff like that. Like
they need more Crazy Steves. Come on, crazy. Crazy.
But that's just
Crazy Steve.
I will say this though, WWE right now has the best women's feud for one thing, and that's Stephanie McMahon and Brie Bella. Oh. You can't argue with that. That's one of the best women's feuds I've seen in a long, long time. But we'll talk about that another time. We're getting off topic, but we're going to see another knockout match next week. It'll be Fatal 4-Way, so it'll be curious. Oh yeah, and I forgot about this. We'll talk about this one very quickly. Bobby Roode, challenging Bobby Lashley for the championship. So Bobby versus Bobby for the world championship.
Hey, they won't have to change the little name tag on it. Bobby, it doesn't matter.
I can see this happening at Hardcore Justice.
Yeah, because I don't see it becoming an actual. I don't see it being a TNA Thursday night type thing. I think.
Well, Hardcore Justice is going to be, I think, on TNA like they did last night.
Yeah.
Bound for Glory is going to be actually on pay-per-view.
And next Thursday it'll be a 3-on-3. So, yeah.
Right, with EY and Austin Aries and then Ken King and MVP. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting to watch Bobby Lashley pick up the victory. It really is. Let's see how they can fit it in.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is that Bobby Lashley will pick up the victory.
When these guys feel anyway. But I can see these guys having some sort of stipulation at Hardcore Justice because it's Hardcore Justice. We expect stipulation type matches. I can see this being like a street. I can see this being like a street fight or a false count anywhere or last man standing type of match. I don't see this being a wrestling match. But anyways, we'll just see what happens there. Now let's move on to the X Division Championship match, which, this guy's an X Division whore, I like to call him.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, bitch.
Personally, this wasn't that bad, but I would love to see this match a little bit longer.
Yeah, honestly, it had moments that I didn't care for. It wasn't fast paced.
Well, that's why why when I saw Sanaa and Samoa Joe in the match immediately, I was like, is this going to be that good?
Samoa Joe can't even wear the belt. You see him pick it up? It looked like he's holding a toy. I was like, what the come on!
That's why I want like guys like Tigre Uno or Manic or Zema Ion, because those guys are actually fast paced.
I wouldn't mind seeing Zema Ion, Captain Crayola here, take that belt, cash it in, and go for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I want that to happen for a long time.
Just because he would bring a whole nother level to it, just like Austin Aries did.
But first, just get rid of the DJ-Z gimmick. Go back to Zema Ion.
They can't. They shaved his head. They can't go back to Zema Ion.
They can still have the character. He could just have a little different haircut. They could just get rid of the colors.
He's going to take him a year and a half to regrow his fro. See, we're arguing he's having a headache because he's just like, yeah. No, it honestly... Zema Ion, I mean, how hard would he have to fall out of the bromance to make that happen?
Have him, lose a bunch of matches, have the bromance freaking, blame him for all their losses, and he turns babyface on the bromance and decides to go his own way and becomes, even, that's another thing. Kenny King, he could have been in that match, too. He would have made that match.
What are they doing with Kenny King? I mean, mean, seriously, he's
He
obviously
would make
aggressive.
that match look really good.
He's super aggressive. Let's put him in a match.
You're going to have Homicide in there that would have been way better, or freaking Jigsaw. There's a lot of other X Division guys out there you could have put him in. A lot of guys that could have made this.
Jigsaw's a member of TNA?
Yeah, he's kind of like a little free agent, but he's in it considered the X Division.
Well,
in Kazarian.
But
you could have made Kazarian.
We got to look at it this way. The top priority of the look at this is the fact that they're keeping Kazarian on the sidelines right now because they're waiting to bring back whatever his name is, Christopher Daniels. And the reason why they didn't interject Suicide into this match was quite simply because he lost the match, the qualification match. So he's already.
I know, but it's just that you get what we're trying to say. We kind of wish this was a little bit more fast-paced, and we expected a lot more from this match. And what we got was just a typical Impact match.
I am still very happy that Samoa Joe is regaining his Samoan submission machine gimmick. I really like that. It means that he will actually have a better, wrestling style than what he's been showing lately. Instead of being the meathead, musclehead type of stuff, he's actually going to be wrestling. Always good news.
Yeah, so Samoa Joe's the new X Division champion. I don't know what his thoughts are, but in my opinion, I don't. He's like Austin Aries at the moment. Like, he doesn't deserve the X Division champion. He's already main event player. If he's going to go after any other championship except for the world title, it's tag team. His X Division days are over. Like, I'm not saying he was a terrible X Division champion. He was. He had amazing matches with freaking Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles back in the day. Hell, the best TNA match, in their opinion, was the triple threat match for the X Division championship between those three guys. And honestly, I watched it. It was probably the best X Division match I've ever seen in my entire life. Not overrating it. Not overrating it. It's fact. Those three guys fucking proved that those three guys can move and they can gel well. They had an excellent match and they had countless...
Did you just use the term gel?
They gel well together. They all gel well.
I'm sorry, I have to apologize for, that guy.
Hey, Mitch says gel well too, so...
Yeah, well, you're ripping Mitch off, so knock it off.
I'm just saying.
Stop stealing our stuff.
But like I was saying, like I said, Samoa Joe...
mesh. They
mesh. They gel. They coexist. They coexist a lot better than you think they do. And they've had tons of other matches. They even had an Ultimate X match, the three of them. It was good too. So that proves that, like I said, Samoa Joe, I just don't think he deserves X Division Championship anymore as of right now. Back then, it was fine because he was an upcoming star. He was an undefeated guy. It made sense. But here, he's already considered like one of the faces of TNA. That's like if AJ Styles were still here, he went after X Division champion. Like, it wouldn't make any sense. Even though he was an amazing X Division champion, his X Division days are past. He deserves to go, for the world title, or at least tag team. That's just my honest opinion, but at least it's bringing credibility to the X Division champion to give it to a former champion, which is raising the prestige of. It's just the question is who's gonna beat Samoa Joe for the championship. That's my only concern.
But anyways, we're gonna move on now.
Yeah. Like I said, we kind of already briefly talked about it finally happened. The Dixie got put through a table. Now, yes, even though Dixie did not go through a table, I can see why. First of all, like you said, too bad even though she technically did get a little hurt, you can tell because the head bounced, but think about what happened if she actually went through that table with that height and a big guy doing that big slam.
If Stephanie McMahon can go through a table at that height, so can she.
When did she get put through a table like that? I don't remember that.
You're going to have to review that.
No, really. I honestly don't. Like, when was that happening?
You're going to have to review that. That was back in WWE, obviously.
Well, wait. Are you talking about the current? Because if it was the current...
Back when it was WWF, how about that one?
Well, she was a young athlete, so that makes more sense. This was an older lady. This one's like in her 50s.
And they do it to Mae Young, too.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, so shut up.
But,
Shut up!
I'm not...
Shut up!
Well, actually, no, that makes sense, because he actually landed on his butt, too. If you saw his His butt, actually, his spirit landed on the table.
His butt took the table. She took it head first,
on the mat.
The whole jump, onto the mat. And she didn't bounce that way, away from him. She bounced and came back. So she was dragged back from the hit. So she took a bad hit. So as far as I'm concerned, this feud is over. That is the last time that will ever happen.
And, oh yeah, speaking of Bullet Ray, we got the Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys next week, which...
God.
No, that's going to be good because
that's epic return matches and whatnot. Yes, we know.
It's going to be good, though. All they need is Edge and Christian in a TLC match. There you go. But in all seriousness...
This dude's still living in the past.
But it's just cool. You have to admit, it's cool to still see this today because back in the day, I never watched that stuff because, you know, I was a huge wrestling addict, so I couldn't watch that wrestling stuff. But even though I have seen this stuff now, but back then it was special. But to see it now is kind of cool. Of course, Edge is not wrestling. Of course, Christian's in WWE. We're not going to see a triple threat. I just still find it cool and interesting that they're doing this. That's just my honest opinion. And I'm being honest there.
Okay.
But that's our short little TNA review. As you can see, there were some ups and there were some downs to the show. I would say it was okay. It was just an average TNA show. And nothing spectacularly awesome except for Dixie going through the table. Well, sort of. And then the hardcore rules.
The look on his face looked like he was just like, it was like, dude, seriously, you might need to wipe your jeans.
Yeah, but
that was pretty good selling on that one.
So we didn't watch the Monsters Ball, but we'll watch it.
And I want to throw out a call. I hope Loki's okay. I hope he didn't get injured actually on his arm.
Oh yeah, Loki. That's right. We forgot about that.
Armbar can hurt. It can do a severe amount of damage if it's done by an inexperienced person who has too much leverage. Let alone some Japanese retard doing a backflip onto someone who's already doing that. I don't feel bad about saying it. No, hell with it. He did a backflip onto freaking an armbar. That's a rookie move, and that causes severe damage. On an armbar, it doesn't matter how much you choreograph these little moves. An armbar is painful if done incorrectly, and somebody lands their body weight on top of it, just suddenly, it's a yanking motion. You can tear ligaments with ease. So I'm hoping we didn't just see the end of Loki for a little while. I'm hoping he's okay. No matter how much of an asshole I am, I just like to see crazy ass motherfuckers, personifying demons going when he stomps out the ring. I like his gimmick. I don't want to see him leave.
Yeah, and then actually, before we could go, we'll talk about this very quickly. I think you said that it might be a guy named Havoc that's returning.
H and ends with C, and it's
no,
5.
not C, K.
A K. Either way, same thing. 5 digits. Havoc. I don't recognize the name.
He's a new star. I think
Don't recognize the character.
He's going to be a new star. I want to see what he kind of does. I want to know.
I'm hoping he's not going to be a disappointment. We've had a lot of that from TNA. A lot of that. I'm not going to say anything about the whole Zema Ion thing because he was really good. But the kid who broke his neck, that guy was really impressive.
Which guy are you talking about?
The kid that came in the sports guy.
Sports guy.
He come in, throw football over there. Young kid, real fast paced. Really fast paced.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, then you need to go back to your TNA books. Broke his neck less than 3 years ago. When an exhibition had an ingest of a lot of the guys, and amongst them were Kenny King and Zema Ion and Austin Aries. He came in with all 3 of those guys. This kid was awesome. But
you're not talking about Christian York, are you?
I don't remember his damn name. I'm literally saying his damn name. Thanks a lot, damn it. Dumbass. Look at him go. He's
but we'll just see you there. But now this is officially the end of the video. So comment down below. Tell us what you think about this TNA. Do you think it was good? What were some things you liked, and what you didn't like. Also, there will be a voting down below link. Vote for your Who's Better video, or not Who's Better. Vote for the Wrestler Talk video, and for our next Who's Better video, we promise you this. If this is done, this is settled and done. We just need one more person. Venom versus Carnage. You don't want to miss it. It's gonna be epic. Because all we need is one more person. He knows him better than anyone else. But it's going to be the best
argument
debate.
show. It's going to be an argument show. There's going to be cursing, non-coherent babbling. There's going to be things being thrown back and forth. I'm going to probably piss myself screaming. He's going to shit himself laughing. And Jeremiah's going to make tacos. It'll be great.
Even though he's supposed to be Mexican, but doesn't look like it. But
he's in high spirits today because Alberto Del Rio has finally been released.
Wait, we gotta do this. Celebrate good times, come on.
Wham! Monkey spank.
Celebrate. Oh, kumaya, my lord, sin cara.
You see how retarded he gets? Just
Come on, sing along with me.
You do understand that they're letting go of Sin Cara, right? You don't understand he's next.
Del Rio gone. Yes! 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 Yes!
Yeah.
Yes! Yes!
Let's see if he makes it back.
Yes!
Let's see if
yes!
let's see if he'll make it back.
Yes!
After his neck is
Yes! Wait, who?
Let's see if he makes it back after his neck surgery.
Who?
The one you're mimicking.
Oh. He will. Yes! 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 Ending this video off in 3, 2, 1. Take care.